Welcome to Jez Brew Review today. I'm going to review a beer from the United States. It's the Bronx Pale Ale. Okay, so it's brewed, as you imagine, in the Bronx, New York, USA. It says on the back here, 5 different barley malts, and has Cascade and Centennial hops with a unique strain of yeast. Actually says the grain bill on the back: Muttons, Maris Otter, Weyermann Karamunic, Brice Vienna, Victory, and Aromatic. And the hop bill here is Centennial and Cascade. This is an American pint, same as those Pabst Blue Ribbon pint glasses, pint cans we get. It's 473 mils or 6 fluid ounces, 16 fluid ounces, 6.3% ABV. So it's got a fair bit of whack. Okay, it's 50 IBU. So all the detail, these American craft beers, they all pretty much label what's in it these days. There's no surprises. So let's crack it open. I think on Rate Beer had a quick squeeze, and I think they get about a 66 overall. Oh yeah, good smoke there. And just got a real hit of hop. Hop just burst out of that can. Now, okay, this is a Leffe glass, and you see that? Okay, got that pretty good nick. Picked it up from the old op shop, and usually get a few glasses from there. You know, if you went to the antique shops down here in Australia, you'd probably be paying about $10–15. They buy them from the op shop and put a large, well, they double the money plus on them. So one way to get a good beer glass is just hunt the old op shops. Okay, let's pour it straight in the middle. It's a nice colour. See, there in the United States there's a real movement to craft beer going into cans. Even Sam Adams, I believe Sam Adams had no intentions of going into cans, but they changed their mind and now have Boston Lager in a can, which is a great idea. Righto, well, what can I tell you? That is bloody crystal clear. From what I can see, it's you know, real dark orange appearance. Nearly on the camera it looks amber, but in the glass here it looks pretty dark orange. One finger of totally white bubbles, and you can see the size of this glass. It's a big glass, and you really got a good one finger of head, which is fantastic, really. Yeah, because normally these bigger glasses you don't get much of a head, but it's holding that head nicely. Yeah, it definitely looks pretty good. Let's go to the aroma now. This is going to be the good part. Oh, geez, I haven't had hops like that for a while. That's really hoppy. So it reminds me of do a bit of home brewing. I was using William at hops, and just that smell. It's like if you chewed on a hop and got up your nose, and it's just really, really hoppy. And Cascade stands out. Centennial I'm not too familiar with. Like brewing, I've had Cascade before doing home brews and had a lot of beers. Cascade being very popular. I used the old Cascade, but it's just very hoppy. Had Cascade, citrus, and that there. So look, it smells pretty good. It definitely looks good. It's actually a really nice looking pale ale. It's actually, the other day I reviewed the Cricketer's Arms IPA, and I was saying how it's kind of a gateway IPA. It was only like, I think it's like 5.1 or 5.3%. This is a pale ale. This is not an IPA. This is just their version, Bronx's version of pale ale. And it's 6.3%, and it's a lot more hoppy in the nose. So I think the IPA and the pale ale, it's kind of hazy. Different countries, I suppose. Australia's not so it's not where the states are, but this is probably pretty standard pale ale in the United States. Pretty hoppy and full on. So all right, let's get into it. That looks just fantastic. This glass, so beautiful glass, nice big glass, and it'll be good for the collection. So. Big cheers, let's get into it. You know what? There's not so much hop on the taste like I expected the nose. You kind of got that like kind of hop citrus flavour at the start, but it is the malt profile is definitely there. You're really getting some nice, really chewy malts. It's a very soft body. I'm finding it very soft. Mouthfeel, the body of it, it's not as heavy as you'd imagine. It's about around the medium, maybe a bit lower, but kind of, yeah, a soft mouth. And the back end, you're getting that, what is it, 50 IBUs? You're getting that, but it's not a punch in the face. You can definitely feel that that hop just lingering there on the tongue. It's like sucking, this sounds a little bit extreme, but it's a bit like sucking on half a hop pellet. Get on that like Cascade, suck it on that. Kind of feel the warmth, and maybe that is a bit of alcohol too. A bit of warmth from the alcohol. It is 6.3%. And kind of feels that kind of herbal hop. It's hard, it's like that medicinal hop. I don't know. I'm probably not making sense here, but it's just like a warmth. It feels like the hops bringing on the warmth. Yeah, beer. Trying to describe beer, it's always fun, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm definitely now picking up some chewy caramel malts. I love those. I love the chewy caramel malts. This is my kind of it's like you nearly call this an IPA, really. It's kind of got that nice malt bill there, like I was saying before. I'm now picking up. Now I'm starting to break through that hop bitterness and flavour. I'm now picking up the caramel. But it's definitely very interesting, and it's great. I got this from Dan Murphy's. Paid $4.99 for the can, which is pretty cheap in Australia. You pay about probably $3 for a can, or no, $3.50 for a can of Pabst Blue Ribbon the same size. So this is a bit stronger and a bit more love put into it. Like I say, hop's still lingering there, but geez, it drinks more like an IPA. I always find it hard, like. It's easy to compare with Australia, but the IPA scene is not up with the United States. Like watch a lot of beer reviews, like Kev's beer reviews, Kev Mayo, DJ from DJ's Brew Tube. A couple of fellas there I probably haven't mentioned. Jay from New Zealand, but they have a lot of IPAs. And they've got like a lot of micro. Like I don't even have a micro brewery in my town, so it's really hard for me to compare the United States pale ales. I really feel like a bit of a fraud trying to review this, because I might give this a good score, but this might just be rubbish compared to the ones over the ones they're drinking over there. So it's always hard. YouTube's on a global scale. Everyone in the world can watch this. You can be in Antarctica and watch YouTube. But from what I'm trying, I'm really enjoying this. Like I said, it looks pretty dynamite in the glass. Like I said, it's a pretty full-on pale ale. It's not a noob's beer. It's definitely someone who's like chasing the hops. It's like you couldn't even compare it in Australia to Cooper's Pale Ale. It's just so far more bit more bitter and more robust. It's definitely a harden up kind of beer. If you're getting into the hops, definitely beer you'd like. It's at 9 minutes. Yeah, so rambling on here a bit, but it's just these beers. It's definitely not like the old lager. There's so many more flavours. There's citrus. I'm getting that chewy malt and even maybe a bit of biscuit, but I'm more pulling the chewy malts behind the caramel malts, toffee, caramel. Yeah, so let's round this up. The Bronx Pale Ale, like I said, it's hard for me to compare these pale ales with the ones I got in the United States, because it seems to be like a pale ale and IPAs in every corner, and they're just going hoppier and hoppier. Picture a bit of it. For a let's call this, it's an American Pale Ale. It's pretty good. I maybe not as much Cascade there, like not as much citrus as I expected. There seemed to be heaps on the nose, so that might just bring it down a little bit compared to something like a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. but it's still pretty good. I'd probably go a score, might be lowballing this, but we'll go a B+. B+ for Bronx Pale Ale, but it's still pretty good. I love to down the track, of course, when the world's getting smaller, and one day I'll be able to try a lot more pale ales from the United States at a cost-effective price. But it's B+. It's pretty solid. It's pretty enjoyable. I'm going to have this and have some dinner and just sip away and enjoy it. So yeah, thanks for watching this episode of Jez Beer Reviews. Sorry this dragged on a bit, but when you've got a beer with this much flavour and different flavours and different things happen, it takes a little bit longer to describe. So. Anyway, try it yourself. It's at Dan Murphy's, $4.99. Get online. So it's you can pretty much get it anywhere by the looks of it. If my Dan Murphy's gets it, your Dan Murphy's will probably get it down here in Australia. So thanks for watching this episode of Jez Brews again. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later. Bye.